Hey guys, my name is Anuradha. Welcome to our channel GK Guidance and Knowledge. Happy morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about Universal Social Protection Architecture. No one left behind. Our today's question is the COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted the need for establishing a universal social protection architecture in India. We have to comment on it. Our introduction would be what is universal social protection? It means nationally defined system of policies and programs that provide equitable access to all people and protect them throughout their lives against poverty and risk to their livelihood and well-being. India is one of the countries who have largest number of welfare schemes, but COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the vulnerable conditions and citizens and make us second worst hit country in the world due to negligence of COVID appropriate behavior and WHO guidelines by government and more than government the citizens. Need of universal social protection architecture because of poverty. As per multidimensional poverty index, 35% of Indian population lies below poverty line. Then COVID-19 pandemic posed near about 75 million people into poverty and also put middle class and upper class citizens to their knees and stripped their right to standard of living. Then hunger. In hunger index, global hunger index, India's rank is 97 out of 107 countries. As as per UNICEF report on nutrition of Indian children, 58% of them are undernourished, 42% are underweight, and 28% are stunted. And as estimated, two-thirds of the deaths among children under 5 are attributed to undernutrition. Then healthcare sector. We face huge number of burden on healthcare sector due to shortage of beds, oxygen, medicine, vaccine, waste of available vaccine, medical facilities and negligence of WHO guidelines of wearing masks, sanitizer and social distancing create more infection and severe condition that demand more medical facilities which is lacking now. Then education. Due to COVID-19, schools are closed and education shifted towards online medium. But due to lack of digital infrastructure, only 1 out of 10 students access to education as per ESSER report, and only 15% are rural households access to internet facilities. Then you can understand the education. We can simply call it digital divide. Then migrant workers. 90% of our workforce involved in unorganized sector, said by ILO, and most of them are migrant. They worstly hit by pandemic due to job loss, no social security, no savings, low access to healthcare facilities, poor maintenance of hygiene, low awareness, low access to our government schemes. Due to all of these problems, they throughout they thought they die they thought they die from hunger before COVID-19, and most of them decide to return their native places. As per World Bank, 40 million internal migration take place in India during COVID-19. Then government failure to provide proper facilities to citizens, low cooperation between center and state, poor implementations of schemes, and our spending on healthcare sector is only 1.5%, which is less than a poor and middle income country, and our out of pocket expenditure is 62% as compared to global average which is 18%. Then gender inequalities. Women facing too much during pandemic, increased burden of responsibilities, taking care of family, then manage housework with office work, then domestic violence, maternal deaths, job losses, then gender gap. As per the global gender report, India's rank is 140 out of 156. Then government initiatives are provide livelihood through Manrega and UEGS, which is gender responsive urban employment guarantee, and PM Garib Kalyan Yojana and DBT, direct bank transfer, allow vaccination up to 18 years and above, provide food security through PDS system, public distribution system. Then project to increase spending on healthcare sector up to 2.5% of GDP by 2025. Then our way forward would be what need to be do. implement Manrega in rural as well as urban areas to reduce migration. We can follow Ireland's poor law system, boost vaccination program with more production, proper implementation of existing schemes and build new schemes. We can also increase participation in PDS system scheme, provide alternative if someone doesn't have ration card, then add another verification such as Aadhaar card and other identity proofs. Need to show same alarcity which we shown at the time of polio vaccination program. Another example of USPA, commonly called Do Boond Zindagi Ki. Then center state need to collaborate together and also increase funding of state governments. Then media should play a role to spread awareness to reduce vaccine hesitancy, and leaders came in front of people to encourage them to follow COVID appropriate behavior. Government need to increase more spending on health sector. Then our conclusion would be, through universal social protection architecture, we can provide proper facilities to our citizens by connecting schemes at one place like PMJKY, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, Ujjwala Yojana and some others like that, and building new schemes and also proper implementation of them. By this we can develop human capital. What is it? Good health plus quality education to make prosperous our economy and also achieve sustainable development goals, which is SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Poverty, then the second is zero hunger, then third is good health and well-being, then 4 is quality education, 5 is gender equality, 6 is clean water and sanitation, and 10 is reduce inequality.